Thank you for tuning into our graduation today. Before I begin my speech, I would just like to thank my family, friends, and teachers for pushing me to do my very best and face every challenge with enthusiasm. I wouldn't be where I am right now without all of you, and I appreciate your unwavering support. I would also like to recognize my pets for being a source of joy whenever I was stressed, especially my goats. My goats that I began raising through FFA have become a huge part of my life, so it's no surprise that I would find some way to talk about them in my graduation speech. After spending about 5 years with my goats and still figuring out how they think and work, I have realized that we all have a thing or two that we could learn from them. They value family and make lasting connections with friends. They find happiness and joy in anything, whether it be a worn-out tractor tire or a 5-gallon bucket. And most importantly, they don't really let anything stop them. As we move on from Cambridge High School and pursue our dreams, this mindset of not letting anything get in our way is one that we should adopt and keep throughout our lives. One of the most frustrating things for my family, but probably the most exciting time for the goats, is when we forget to shut the gate while doing chores and it swings open. The goats rush out before we have a chance to close it, and they bounce around the yard with excitement, completely unaware of our efforts to coax them back in. Although this may be a headache for us, there is something admirable in their happiness and enthusiasm at the opportunity to munch on grass that may appear greener to them. They spend all day looking out from the pasture and longing to roam new land. And when the opportunity arises for them to reach that land, they go for it without hesitation. We should all strive to act like this as we move on to new things in life, especially if opportunities are left completely open to us. We all have our eyes set on some sort of goal right now, whether that be choosing a major, finding a new job, or simply making new friends before college. When the opportunity comes up for us to reach our goals, it is up to us to act right away and not look back. I have already seen you guys do this throughout high school, and it has served you well. Now we must continue to jump on new experiences without hesitation, just as the goats do. However, sometimes opportunities in life don't just jump out at us. Ever since I bought my goats, they have discovered and remembered every nook and cranny that they can sneak out of along the fence. We have spent endless hours putting up new fencing and hoping that they can't squeeze out, but they seem to always find a way. Despite our efforts to put an end to their adventures in the yard and our garden, they persevere and find some way to reach their goals. This situation is very similar to the hardships that we will continue to face throughout our lives. Opportunities very rarely throw themselves at us, and it is up to us to work hard and find a way to meet our goals, no matter what it may take. Our goats could have decided to give up and settled for the grass in the pasture, but they pushed through and found new ways that they could get to the other side and play in the yard. We could choose to back down and let our challenges consume us, but I know that we all have that drive within ourselves to keep pushing to find new opportunities. I believe one of the worst feelings in life would be reminiscing on your past and regretting that you didn't just go for what you wanted. Life will be hard. We may be stressed out and exhausted. We may struggle to reach our goals. But it is important that we take chances and rush towards new opportunities sooner than later. A little extra hard work earlier on in life is hundreds of times better than pangs of regret when it is too late to do anything. Even if you aren't positive about liking something or trying something new, just go for it. It may end up being one of the best decisions of your life. Last summer, I showed one of my goats for the very first time. I was beyond nervous, not very confident, and felt even more anxious for my little show goat, Lacey, who had no idea what was going on. Speaking for the both of us, we were expecting the worst, but decided to ready up, gather a fake sense of confidence, and enter the ring. We probably looked scared as heck and a little bit shaky, but at least we decided to just go for it and not look back. That show ended up being a huge turning point for both of us. Lacey earned a reserve champion ribbon and even helped me to place well in showmanship. From that moment on, Lacey became the sweetest, tamest little goat that I had, and I was able to further develop my passion for goats and become more confident in myself. Looking back on that show now, I'm so extremely happy that I jumped right on in and didn't hesitate. If there's something I want to make clear today, it's that all of you should face life with positivity and know that the possibilities are endless. My goats may just be excited to have the chance to chow on some new grass, but imagine everything that you guys are capable of. I'm so glad to have grown up with such a smart, talented, and outstanding group of individuals, and I know that you all have fantastic goals that you can and will reach. As we move on to the future, keep one thing in mind. Don't forget to live like someone left the gate wide open.